Hey y'all, so this week was week 3 of The Artist's Way for me. If you haven't seen week 2, go ahead and check that out before this one, but we're going to go ahead and get started. So this was week 3 for me with The Artist's Way, and mainly what chapter 3 talked about was using your anger as fuel to create more work, fuel your creativity instead of just keeping it inside and it's causing you pain or making you feel lower vibrational. And I think I have read an article where it says if you stay silent or if you people please or if you don't speak up when you need to, it can harm your nervous system, I believe. Don't quote me, but I can relate to that, and I am working on not suppressing my anger or suppressing when I need to speak up and speak my mind. I'm still working on it, but it was very nice reading this chapter. And something I really liked from this chapter was it said your anger tells you what your boundaries are. And I think I have heard that from my therapy sessions too. So I think a lot of people can learn from that. Something else in chapter 3 is it talked about when and where to seek criticism. And just to use myself as an example, I'm a photographer. And most people, when they get criticism for their photos, I think the first people they go to is either their friends or their family. And me personally, none of my friends or family are photographers. So I feel like they can't really give me criticism that can help me improve my work. And I also feel like since they know me, they're not gonna be super honest and blunt. They're just gonna, I don't want to say brown nose, but I feel like they're just going to tell me what I want to hear, versus if I went online to a photography forum or if I went to a photography mentor and I asked for criticism, they'll probably do a criticism sandwich where they say something good about the photo, something I need to work on, and then end it with something else nice about the photo. I think it's really important to seek out the right critique, the right criticism, or else you won't grow. If someone is always telling you your work is good and they're never pointing out where you can improve, then you're never gonna progress and get better and be like whoever you look up to with your craft. And the last thing I got out of chapter 3 was growth isn't linear. And I feel like a lot of people, they want instant gratification. Like for me, for example, when I did the Artist's Way last year, I wanted to learn how to crochet. I bought this little DIY kit online, and I wanted to improve and get it done with at least within a week, I'd say. But the instructions were very hard, and the tutorials online also weren't very user-friendly, I would say, beginner-friendly. So because I wasn't really getting it from the first day or the first week, you can see inside the box, everything is still here. I never finished it. I never completed it. And I just set it to the side, and you can see it's been a year. It's 2026 now. I still have it. And that's just an example of thinking if your growth isn't linear, you'll just throw things aside and never complete it. So I think a lot of people should just give themselves grace, and be okay with having small progress or no progress one day, then the next day a little bit, and then maybe randomly a week or 2 weeks later you make a huge increase in your progress. So you never know. Next, we're moving on to the task for chapter 3. I'm going to be reading from my little journal, so if you see me looking down, I'm just reading my notes. So the first task I did, it says, describe your childhood room. What was your favorite thing about it? And next it says, what's your favorite thing about your room now? So to describe my childhood room, I had to think about it because it's been so long. But I think when I was growing up, I never got the option to decorate. I think my guardian, they decorated for me because I was young, and I don't think I was with them when they bought the decorations or anything. So I wrote down that it was very pink. I do remember that. I had a canopy bed. I had a lot of Barbie dolls, even though I don't play with them. I never did. It was full of toys. It did have a lot of Beanie Babies. I do remember my favorite things about it were the stuffed animals. I think I did have like a little tea party set. I had a dollhouse, a lot of Disney stuff. I had a lot of Disney VHSs. And for my favorite thing about my childhood room, I wrote that it was a giant life-size polar bear. And I'm not sure if my dad bought it or if he won it at the state fair, but it was bigger than me when I was little. It was basically the size of my dad. It was huge. For my favorite thing about my room now, I would say is my anime figures. I think I started collecting them either in 2024, late 2024, or in the middle of 2025. Whenever I started streaming, that's when I started collecting them, because this little setup right here is where I used to stream at my desk. And I do miss it. I might get back into it when I have more time, but I've been working a lot. But yeah, I would say my anime figures and also my Squishmallows. I started collecting Squishmallows towards the end of last year. For the next task, it says describe 5 traits you like in yourself as a child. For number 1, I put adventurous. And I think I got that just from the cartoons I watched. I watched a lot of cartoons where they went on little adventures, like the Wild Thornberries, Rugrats, stuff like that. So they were always going on little adventures in the shows, and I think I kind of replicated that. And I think when I was younger, I did go on a lot of quote-unquote adventures where I would just ride my bike around the neighborhood or just go in the woods in the back of the house and then just go exploring. For number 2, I put creative, and I'm still like that now. But when I was younger, I would color a lot. That's basically all I did. I would color, I would dress up. I liked dressing up, playing dress up with my cousins. And I also liked pretending. So pretending with my cousins, having fake weddings and stuff like that. For number 3, I put responsible. I'm the oldest child. I'm older than most of my cousins too. So I feel like I just got that from being the oldest. I would have to babysit them. I would have to do things around the house while my parents were at work. So yeah, and I feel like that did shape me to who I am now. For number 4, I put optimistic, and I guess that just came from watching anime, and a lot of anime, they encourage you to stay optimistic, always look on the brighter side, the cup half full. So I guess that's where I got it from, or just how I am. And I think now, since I do read a lot of self-help books, I'm into a lot of self-discovery, yoga, spirituality. I guess I still have that trait. And for number 5, I put observant. And that might also go with my creativity. You get creative ideas from the world around you. So I think I was just very detail-oriented and observant growing up. For the next task, it says list 5 people you admire and what traits do they have that you want to cultivate for yourself. For number 1, I put Karen the Carrot. So she's a YouTuber that I found when I bought my roller skates. And I really love her because she just has a really bubbly personality. She's very high vibrational, very positive, very uplifting. She's a girl's girl. And basically most of her videos are her roller skating downtown, I think LA. I believe she's in LA. And sometimes she'll skate with her friends, sometimes she'll skate by herself and then just meet cool people. And I just love the energy she brings. She's always nice and friendly to everyone and bringing positivity to everyone she meets. For number 2, I put Kimberly. So she's a self-portrait photographer. She doesn't use her YouTube, but I have seen she's on TikTok, and I think mainly she's using Instagram right now. But I really love the self-portrait she does. Usually she'll take a picture in her room. Sometimes she'll create a whole set design in her room and take pictures in cool outfits, or she might do a bunch of stuff hanging from the ceiling. She's just very creative, very inspiring. And it makes me want to do better with my self-portraits, even though I do like taking pictures of other people, and I prefer that. It's also very hard to find models who are available and who actually show up for photo shoots. So I think the reason I mainly do self-portraits now is because I know I'm going to be available. I can shoot at any time, and I don't have to worry about anyone holding me back or pushing back my schedule. For number 3, I put Goddess. Her name is Kayla. I found out about her right before I started streaming, and y'all, I just love Kayla, y'all. I found out about her through her Jolene cosplay, and then I found out she was a streamer, and then I found out like so many different things about her. She's just really inspirational, very creative. She has been on a roll with her content journey. I really love what she does with her cosplays, the little twist she puts on it. You don't see that many people of color or Black people cosplaying or making content. So I love anytime she posts, anytime she makes a video, especially when she does her cosplays on stream and shows step-by-step how she creates them. For number 4, I put Raven Elise. And I started following her when she first was on YouTube, just doing makeup videos. And that's when I first was getting the thought in my head of doing YouTube. She is also someone who I've seen grown on YouTube with her social media and her content. She's done so many things since she first started. And I really aim to be like her when it comes to my channel. I know she's a perfectionist, but I just love like the quality of her content, the way she organizes it, and all the information she gives. She's not a gatekeeper. She wants to help everyone. And I would love someday to start vlogging and mainly do travel vlogs, because there's not really much to vlog in Virginia. So I think I would enjoy just doing little day trip vlogs to DC or New York. And for number 5, I put Courtney S. She is a fitness influencer. I believe she does have YouTube, but she's mainly on TikTok, and she also is active on her Instagram. She is just a bubbly fitness influencer. She's shown from where she was at her heaviest weight to her smallest weight. She's also shown how her body fluctuates depending on what activity she's into. So when she's in her running season, her body is more slim. And when she's in her lifting or strength training season, she's more bulky and more toned, I believe. But I just like watching her fitness vlogs and her teaching people what she does in the gym and encourage them to be healthier. And for the last task, it says, list 5 people who are dead you'd like to hang out with. What traits do they have that you look for in your friends? The first one I put is Bill Cunningham. He was a photographer in New York who rode around on his bike taking pictures of people on the street. And mainly he liked finding people with cool outfits with street style, took pictures of them. And through the years, I think there is a documentary of him. And I also own his book. One second. So this is his book. This is exactly what he looked like, the little illustration. And I don't want to show the entire book. Just to give an example of what he took pictures of, he just took interesting pictures of people on the street, their interactions. His main focus were street style outfits, but I really love his work. He's one of my favorite photographers, and I do want to get into street style photography, but living in Virginia, y'all, I don't think, well, I might find some people. I'm gonna try to stay positive. But if it doesn't work out here, I definitely could probably try it in DC. Maybe if my friends want to go on a trip with me, I'll take a bus trip to New York and try to test it out. But that's definitely something on my bucket list. And for traits I look for in friends, just creativity. For number 2, I put Vincent van Gogh. And actually, last year I went to the Van Gogh exhibit where it's projected on the screen for you. But I'd say just from going to his exhibit, I would like to meet him and pick his brain about his art process and how he got all his ideas. For number 3, I put Robin Williams. And Robin Williams, he was just a character. He was really funny. I loved all the movies he was in. I loved him as Genie and Aladdin. I haven't watched any interviews with him, but I have heard he was very sweet. He was very nice. So if I did get the opportunity, I would love to meet him, have dinner, and just get to know him and talk to him. For number 4, I put Akira Toriyama. And for those who don't know, he was the creator of Dragon Ball. And he died, I believe, very recently. I remember when I woke up for work and I saw it in my notifications that he passed away. And I was surprised by how much it hit me because I don't usually attach or care about celebrities, but I grew up with Dragon Ball and he basically was my childhood. So hearing that, it kind of really hit me and I almost called out of work that day. But he was just very creative. Like I said, I don't look into celebrities, so I haven't read any interviews or anything about him. But I would have liked to meet him and know how he created his characters and his thought process while he was making Dragon Ball. And for the last one, number 5, I put Prince. So I'm not a music person. I don't know that many musicians because I mainly listen to podcasts. But I have seen clips of Prince throwing shade or clapping back at people. So I don't want to say he's messy, but I just find him very interesting. And I like how he doesn't play. He doesn't let anybody play in his face. And I would just like to meet him and get some advice on how to be more like him and how to not let people get over on me because I'm a very withdrawn person, username. But yeah, I feel like he's a very interesting and funny person. And lastly, we have the check-in. The first question is, how many days this week did you do your morning pages? How was your experience? So like I said in the last video, I started voice recording my pages instead of writing them. And that has been helpful. It's been making me use my voice. I was sick this week, so they weren't very long voice notes, but I did pretty much do them for the whole week that I was able to when I wasn't coughing. So I would say I didn't really have any issues this week. And for my experience with it, I would say it is making me more confident with my voice and speaking my mind. It's also been making me speak more with my coworkers. When we have downtime at work, I have noticed myself having more small talk. And that's a big thing for me because I'm an introvert and I don't really like meaningless conversations. For number 2 of the check-in, it says, did you do your artist date this week? What did you do? How did it feel? So today is actually when I'm going to be doing my artist date, but I did do some shopping yesterday. So I'll do a little haul of what I bought after work yesterday and then go over what I'm doing for my artist date today. The first thing is this book. I actually bought this on Amazon, but I do want to start reading more this year. So this is one of the books I bought, and I believe it's a self-help book. I haven't read it yet, but I will be reading it today as part of my artist day. Next, I bought this little plush Pokeball, and this is actually for my cosplays that I'm going to be doing this year. I watched Pokemon Horizons, and they went off with the character design this year, well, last year. So I'm planning a lot of closet cosplays with some Pokemon characters. And just to give people the gist of what I'm cosplaying, I bought this so they'll understand. Next, I bought some face brushes that were on sale. And if anyone needs a good makeup brush brand, Real Techniques is affordable and they have pretty good brushes. Most of mine are from this brand. Next, I bought some loose leaf tea. I need to get better with drinking tea because I don't like water. So this is my little alternative just to make sure I stay hydrated. Next, I bought some candles. I love candles. I love self-care. And these are vanilla. It says vanilla cake buttercream. I got 2 of them. It says they're from Ross and they're $5.99. So go to Ross, y'all. Right now in stores, they're selling a lot of pink and red things for Valentine's Day next month. And I found these tapered candles on sale, so I bought these. And like I said before, I'm planning on dressing them with herbs and oil, probably rose oil, and see how they do. And I also found these cute red and pink heart-shaped tea lights. So I can't wait to use these as well. The next thing I got was some face masks. I'm trying to get more into Korean skincare, so I picked these up. I already tried one and they're very moisturizing, so I guess you could say they work. Plus it has a cute little rice ball on it. And next, to hold the candles, I got these. I was struggling to find some candle holders for tapered candles. I'm not sure why they're so difficult to find. I feel like a lot of them, if you do find them, they're kind of overpriced or they're not cute. So I got really lucky finding these. Next, I have some bath bombs that I bought. Hopefully you can see these. But they're in cute little shapes. There's some hearts, cupcake, donuts, and then the rest are just little rainbow blocks. I wish you guys could smell them. They smell really good, and I think they're also all natural. And the last 2 things I bought were a bracelet and rainbow moonstone necklace. For the bracelet, I'm allergic to nickel, so I love finding things like this I can wear and not worry about getting a rash. And for the necklace, it's sterling silver and the stone is rainbow moonstone. And I've been looking for rainbow moonstone things everywhere. And it's kind of hard to find. They're also really pricey, so I'm glad I was able to find this one for a decent price. So that was the last thing for my haul. I think it was a decent amount of things. But for my artist date today, Saturday, I'm planning to have a self-care day. First, I'm going to make some food because I don't know if you guys know, but in the Virginia area, there's a snowstorm warning. They're saying it's going to be like 12 to 14 inches. I don't believe it, but a lot of people, they've already bought everything at the grocery store. All the shelves are bare. Right now, I believe it is 12 degrees, which is why I'm wearing this because it's freezing and I'm anemic. So I'll be staying inside. I did want to do more face paint today, but since I can't really do anything and it's cold, I'm probably going to wait till maybe next week unless I decide to do something else. But I will be making gumbo for one and have that last during the snowstorm. After I'm done with that, I do plan to do some skincare, some face care, steam my face, have a face mask, do a chemical peel. I've already cleaned my room. I've dusted. I still need to dust my PC, so we'll see if I do that today or not. And I think the last couple of things I want to do is take a nice, relaxing spiritual bath. So I'm gonna take a nice long bubble bath and I'm gonna get my tablet and watch anime, catch up on all my anime in the tub. And after that, I'm going to brush myself up on Photoshop. Yeah, I'm gonna brush myself up on Photoshop and Lightroom because when I edited my face paint photos last week, I noticed that they've updated some things in Adobe Photoshop and Lightroom that have kind of like confused me. So I'm just gonna brush myself up, see what's new, and teach myself how to use the new AI features they put on and all the other new stuff that's on there that I'm not familiar with. And hopefully that'll help me be quicker with editing my photos. And after that, depending on what time it is, I might do some yoga or I might call my friends, but it's just going to be a chill day, guys. But yeah, that's it for my artist day. I'll be doing that today. Question 3, I almost forgot. It says, did you experience any synchronicity this week? What was it? I would just say this might not count, but I have a coworker. It turns out she's also reading the Artist Way. She is a couple of weeks behind me because she keeps restarting. But I would say that's a synchronicity because we've both been talking about our experiences, what we're doing, how we're trying to make little alternatives to writing in our journals each week. I told her about doing voice recordings. That helped her out because she was getting stressed out. And she told me to get a walking pad, I believe that's what you call it, because I can't walk outside because I'm anemic and it's freezing. So if I can save up, I'll buy one. If not, I guess I'll have to just march in place, do some cardio at home. And she's also been giving me ideas for my artist days. She said on one she went on, I believe last week, she went to the bookstore with her friend and they were just playing a game where they both get a color and they have to take notice of each color they see while they're on their artist date. So it's just been really fun having a accountability buddy while we're both reading the same book. Even though I am ahead of her, I do like talking about it with her and bouncing off different ideas. So very nice. And the last question for the check-in, number 4, were there any other issues this week that you consider significant for your recovery? I don't really think there were any issues besides it being cold outside and this winter storm that's coming. Because if it wasn't freezing and about to snow, I would definitely be going to Marshall's. There's not one near me. I would have to drive pretty far. So if it wasn't cold, I would be going to Marshall's. But other than that and the weather, I would say this week was pretty good. And I have been wondering how I can harness my anger into my creativity from this chapter. But other than that, yeah, it's a pretty good week. I got through it and I'm excited for chapter 4. I'm going to be starting that tomorrow on Sunday. It looks like that's it for my week 3 check-in. So I'll be starting this chapter 4 tomorrow. And I guess I'll be seeing you guys next week. But if you guys have any questions, if you relate to anything or you want to share what you're going through, if you're also reading a book, let me know down in the comments below. If you also live in Virginia or the DMV and you're experiencing the snowstorm, let me know what's going on in your area. If people bought all the toilet paper and all the food that they're not going to use, let me know what the foolishness is going on. I think that's it for this one, and I'll see you guys in the next video.